Alright, so I decided to make a Hunger Games simulation about BFDI and BFDIA characters. So, let's see what happens. Alright. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Needle runs away from the cornucopia. Woody runs away from the cornucopia. Rocky and Penn fight for a bag. Rocky gives up and retreats. Book runs away with a lighter and some rope. Snowball runs away from the cornucopia. Puffball runs away from the cornucopia. Match runs away from the cornucopia. Gelatin takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Fiery runs away from the cornucopia. Pencil grabs a sword. Golf ball runs away from the cornucopia. Leafy runs away from the cornucopia. Flower sets an explosive off, killing Tennis Ball. Pin runs away from the cornucopia. Ice Cube runs away from the cornucopia. Bubble runs away from the cornucopia. David and Blocky threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. Coiny runs away from the cornucopia. Spongy runs away from the cornucopia. Teardrop runs away from the cornucopia. Eraser runs away with a lighter and some rope. Proceed. Woody runs away from Book. Golf Ball overhears Coiny and Flower talking in the distance. Snowball makes a slingshot. Rocky, Fiery, Match, and Teardrop form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Puffball picks flowers. Pin collects fruit from a tree. Pen tends to Needle's wounds. Spongy travels to higher ground. Pencil searches for firewood. Gelatin goes hunting. Leafy makes a wooden spear. Eraser camouflages himself in the bushes. Ice Cube discovers a cave. Bubble dies from hunger. Proceed. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Tennis Ball, David, Blocky, Rocky, Fiery, Match, Teardrop, and Bubble. Alright, here's the... And Flower is the first one to have a kill. Gelatin receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Snowball kills the golf ball while she is sleeping. Okay, that's understandable. Needle receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Spongy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Puffball passes out from exhaustion. Pencil and Woody talk about the tributes still alive. Pin thinks about home. Leafy tends to her wounds. Eraser, Pen, and Flower discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Coiny sees a fire but stays hid. Book cries herself to sleep. Ice Cube is awoken by nightmares. Book strangles Flower with a rope. Snowball tries to spear fish with a trident. Ice Cube tends to Pin's wounds. Pen severely injures Eraser and leaves him to die. Whoa, backstab right there! Needle stalks Spongy. Coiny picks flowers. Pencil fishes. Puffball injures himself. Gelatin attacks Leafy, but Woody protects her, killing Gelatin. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. And Woody, Snowball, Buck, and Pen now have kills. Right. Coiny is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Book, Spongy, Leafy, Needle, and Snowball track down and kill Pin. Pencil passes out from exhaustion. Puffball loses sight of where she is. Ice Cube bleeds out to untreated injuries. Pen defeats Woody in a fight but spares his life. Pencil defeats Woody in a fight but spares his life. Pen runs away from Puffball. Spongy travels to higher ground. Needle practices her archery. Book attacks Snowball, but he manages to escape. Coiny and Leafy work together for the day. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Pin and Ice Cube. Right. District 4 and District 9 and District 6 are gone. Book and Snowball have the most kills at 2 each. Snowball loses sight of where he is. Spongy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Puffball thinks about winning. BFDIA 5E. Woody attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Book, Pen, and Leafy cheerfully sing songs together. Needle tries to treat her infection. Pencil is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Coiny cries himself to sleep. Spongy makes a slingshot. Snowball receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Coiny receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Leafy stalks Woody. Puffball stabs Pen while his back is turned. Needle collects fruit from a tree. Book begs for Pencil to kill her. She refuses, keeping Book alive. The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Woody mistakes Needle for a bear and kills her. Spongy drowns Snowball, who he thought was a shark trying to eat her. Leafy mistakes Book for a bear and kills her. Puffball survives. Pencil survives. Corny survives. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Pen, needle, so well in the book. Alright. 6 players left. And those are Spongy, Woody, Corny, Pencil, Leafy, and Puffball. Spongy and Leafy sleep in shifts. Pencil receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Woody's unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Puffball receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Corny dies from hypothermia. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Puffball steals Woody's memoirs. Spongy decides not to go to the feast. Leafy decides not to go to the feast. Pencil dies from an infection. Spongy searches for a water source. Leafy and Woody work together for the day. Puffball receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. A tsunami rolls into the area. Spongy survives. Puffball survives. Woody survives. Leafy is swept away. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Alright, the remaining final 3 are Spongy, Woody, and Puffball. Spongy tends to Woody's wounds. Puffball receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Puffball thinks about home. Woody diverts Spongy's attention and runs away. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Woody and Puffball run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Spongy tries to sing himself to sleep. Puffball searches for firewood. Woody is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Spongy explores the arena. No one's killing. Woody bashes Puffball's head in with a mace. Spongy accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. The winner is Woody wins! Alright, proceed to the summary. Proceed to the statistics. Here's the placements. Well, that was fun, and I hope I will do it again soon.